All right, welcome to the December 19th Charter Commission meeting. We will start as usual with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a capacity crowd here, as usual lately. So everyone has received the legal opinion from the town attorney, correct? Correct. Had an opportunity to review it? Yeah. So he is, what we're really here to talk about tonight is item 6, since he has already approved everything else, or said everything else he thought was good to go. Item 6, as you recall, was warrant article 6 is the multiple places that we amended the town administrator's position inside of it. So we, at our last meeting, we discussed that we thought perhaps it would be better to have a more detailed synopsis that outlines exactly what the changes are. So that has occurred, and the attorney believes that it still complies with RSAs and would not be an issue to go forward as such on the warrant article. So, given that, do people have comments, concerns, edits to make to warrant article 6? Or people want a moment to review it? And it's really the summary is all that has changed. First, I want to make sure, has everyone had the opportunity to review it?
Yes.
Yep.
Everyone? Are there any concerns? Edits?
Yep.
Then I will look for a motion on that warrant article.
Move to accept as presented the revisions to the summaries in Article 6.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second to move this as written. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Warrant Article 6 move forward as written. That is all the business that we had tonight. Any other commissioners have any business to bring before the commission?
What about the minutes of last meeting? December
True.
9th meetings here?
Do we need to set another meeting after the first of the year to,
Yeah, we can see that next, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to set another meeting. I suggest that we set a, preliminary meeting date and allow, because we really only we have a quorum,
Yeah.
but there are multiple commission members missing, that, once we set the date, that the chair reach out to the remainder of the commission to make sure that that date works for everyone. So we have habitually been meeting the second and fourth Mondays, which would be either Monday the 13th or Monday the 27th.
I know the public budget hearing is Monday the 13th, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
I believe so, for the town side, I think.
Yes.
Is the 13th?
Yeah, it was mentioned last night at the council meeting.
Is the 27th a holiday or no?
20th, I think,
No,
is...
yeah. it would be
It's the 20th?
Is
Okay.
Martin Luther King Day.
So it seems to me the 27th would be, is that too late, though, at that point? Because really what we're going to be talking about at that point is public
Outreach.
outreach
Outreach,
around
right.
this. So my concern is that if we wait all the way, I mean, you're really just 1 month out from the deliberative session, or from the vote at that point.
When do we have to have all our things done by the January what?
So this has to be complete into the council, which it is now that we have the vote here, by the 31st of December.
By 31st of December, okay.
So the council will now have our full, and they've had this outside of the edits that we just voted on already. So we are good with our official requirements. Now it's just our desire to outreach so that we don't, our work is not for naught in the community.
So when's the first meeting now? I suppose it's in here somewhere.
So you're saying the budget public hearing is the 27th?
No, the
13th?
public hearing,
I'm sorry, the 13th.
13th, Monday night, the 13th.
And the deliberative session is the, I believe, the first week in February, the 8th. So, to me, I guess here's a legal question. Because these are warrants, can the language be amended at the deliberative session,
I don't believe it can.
even though it's a warrant?
No, it can't be amended.
I think it could be stricken, but I don't know that it can be amended.
Okay. To me, because then, at that point, the outreach could really be between deliberative session and vote, right? We have a month between the deliberative session and the vote to accomplish the outreach, unless we think we're going to have so many outreach opportunities, or it'll be necessary to reach to so many groups that we want to do it during January as well. Other thoughts?
I mean, I think that even before we start doing outreach, we need to have some materials completed. So that's going to take time.
Yeah.
That would be my bigger concern at this point. And I don't think it has to be very complicated, but we could have a handout for each. Similar, I think I mentioned this at one point, like similar to what the school district did last year. They had the warrant, each warrant article explained with a,
Yep.
a nice explanation,
Yeah.
so that in plain language, so that people have that. We could do a handout and perhaps a PowerPoint presentation.
So,
I guess the biggest outreach is going to be to the council, I guess, I imagine, huh? Or you-
well, I am less concerned about the council and more concerned about groups across the community
Yeah.
that have points of influence, right? Like, I think the seniors, PTA, various social organizations, I mean, anywhere that there might be influence across the community. Because, I mean, the council is what it is, and we'll get the television audience, but I'm gonna bet most of the people that have watched the council meetings probably watch these meetings as well, too. People either watch Channel 13 or they don't. You know what I mean? They've either watched everything or they don't tend to pick and choose. So, I feel like going to the council will maybe get some counselors up to speed, but we're not gonna reach a new audience of individuals. My concern is the voter who walks in here, who hasn't been watching the meetings, ensuring they truly understand what these changes mean, so that they can vote with full knowledge of what they're voting on.
There isn't really that major changes that I can see that we've done, really.
I agree with that, but if someone doesn't know that,
No, I know.
they would read this, I mean, someone could read one of these and be like, that sounds weird to me, and vote no, even though it's not that major of a change.
And it's just so wordy. I think that
Yeah.
that if I walked in and I didn't know anything about the charter, I would probably either vote yes or no across the board. I think without giving it any real thought, which I would just, whether people agree with it or don't agree with it, I personally would just want them to be informed.
Well, I guess the really best thing is the red line chart that shows what the changes are, and if you read the changes, you say, well, that's not significant. Well, most of them.
So I'm going to hand the meeting over to the chair now. Basically, we've already approved 6, Article
Okay.
6. We're talking about when to meet next and what we need to do in order to, get prepared for outreach.
Okay,
And that really is sort of driving when we meet next.
okay,
So that's the conversation that's going on.
all right. Carry on.
Go ahead, Leo, I'm sorry.
I even look at this, I look at this document, and if I hadn't been involved, I mean, I have been involved, and I'm not always sure what I'm looking at. I have to think about it and say, okay, number 1 is the warrant. It's not the part of the charter. And I think that it's really cumbersome. So
Yeah.
it needs to be in clear language. It needs to be just simple and cut and dry.
Step 1 is really coming up with succinct talking points papers or memos or whatever you want to call. that the public can access easily for each of the changes to the charter, or each of the warrant articles they'd be voting on. Do people agree with that?
Yes.
But that doesn't have to be included in the final report. This, we're talking about our outreach program.
We're
Right.
past report,
Okay,
now we're
good.
talking outreach.
Okay.
Why don't we try to itemize out that you think it'd be worthwhile outreaching to?
Didn't we do this?
We did. We have
Yeah,
a-
we did.
a
We have the
long
list.
I know we threw out names, but I
Yeah.
never wrote them down, did I?
Yeah, I'm sure, they're in the minutes. Do you have them, Mr. Chair, or no?
Maybe.
Great computer.
Do you remember what meeting we listed that on?
No, it was a while ago.
Yeah. I want to say October. I mean, there's 2 points of debate, what we are making and who we are reaching out to.
I think that I think we should, one of the things I thought we discussed was making whatever we do follow the warrants, so that people were not confused in the layout, like not following the charter, but follow the actual warrant.
Yep.
So there'll be 18 items in whatever we provide, and it'll be less succinct and more clear, it sounds like, than what's in the summary descriptions for our warrant articles. Because we don't want to get too verbose in the warrant, because then we'll have these gigantic warrants.
So I have no issue helping build like a PowerPoint deck
Okay.
for the briefing.
All right,
I can take that on.
all right.
If the
I'm-
cha-
oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, the challenge is that there's so many of these that an actual detailed, like, handout with all of them, that's gonna be a heavy lift for one person, I feel.
It is.
I think, I would be happy to start the process and maybe kind of get start to get the format with the understanding that it's really a first draft.
Yeah,
And then we can add things, I can do that over the break,
okay.
I think, for the written piece. And then, ideally, then the PowerPoint would flow
Kind
from
of
that.
flows from the written piece, yeah. I agree.
So here's the list of people, we did this on October 7th. Town Council, Senior Citizens Group, Planning Board, Budget Committee, School Board, Newmarket Employees, Newmarket Business Association, Economic Development Committee, and the PTA. And then send a draft to the CIP Committee.
Did you have NCDC on there?
No, but it should be.
MBA.
The NBA's on.
I can do that. We only have one meeting here, the second week in January, I guess, and we don't meet again for 3 months, so.
See, that's the key, is I think getting stuff together early, like over the break, basically, is gonna be necessary, because you'll have committees like the NCDC that are meeting early January and then won't meet again until after this all is done.
So why don't we break up into subcommittees so that we can meet and do those things? I think Chris and I are going to do the report that's due on December 31st.
Okay.
So if you guys are volunteering to do the
Yep.
document, then we need to meet in the beginning of January so that we can sketch out who's going to go to what of these things and when.
Yeah, I would want to meet the beginning of January to go over the document, just so everyone like agrees to it.
Right.
Well,
It's not
okay,
just
both of
us.
those things, yeah.
And then decide who goes where and when those are. So I think in the meantime, we need to determine when the next meetings are of all those organizations.
Right.
Maybe another member of the committee can figure that out.
Anybody volunteering?
I'll do the NCDC.
So somebody's going to come to the next meeting with the date for these next meetings of these groups? Is that how we're going to do that?
I mean, I propose that.
Yeah,
I'm not a
that's a good
dictator.
Or am I?
Contact the group and figure out when they want us to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
All right.
idea.
So so Leo is doing Newmarket Community Development Corp., right?
volunteered for the planning board,
Yep.
and if they stay with the second Tuesday, that's February 11th.
I'll do the seniors.
You'll do the seniors?
Sure.
Can I come with you on that one?
Sure.
Phil is going to do the town council.
Sure.
And just as an aside, the Moody Point Community Association has Steve Fournier visiting us on the 13th, and I will make the same presentation to the residents of Moody Point on the 13th.
13th, Moody Point. On 13, 14.
And you can make the council the 22nd of January.
What date did you say you were at?
Planning board's the 11th.
11th?
Yeah.
Is the 11th of this month?
It's
Or
the second
January?
Tuesday.
Okay,
It's the second Tuesday, so it'll be February 11th.
February 11th.
Oh, February 11th.
And where, February, January?
February. I'm not here in January.
Who, like, the Newmarket employees,
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
is that a group? Is
Not
there still a
really.
group? Is there?
No,
Sounds like
I think we threw that out, but then not really knowing.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, we're talking about, no, I get it, the town employees.
Yes.
Yeah.
That, I think we'd have to coordinate with Steve.
Do we have the school board as one of these outfits?
Yep.
Yeah.
Put me on the employees if you want, and
Okay.
I'll talk to Steve about that.
Yeah, that one, I wouldn't want to push that one too hard because it's one of the most delicate things and I'm not really sure what they are, right? I mean, how you would do that, but.
Well, not a lot of them are not residents anyway, wouldn't be able to vote, but some are, and certainly can.
It's good for them to know too, even if they're employees and aren't residents, how like the founding document of the town is changing.
Okay, so we have Economic Development Committee, which is different from the Newmarket Community Development Committee, right?
Right.
The Newmarket Business Association and the Budget Committee are last.
I'm on the EDC.
Okay. And this job is just to try and find out when they meet so that we can, and get us
Yeah.
on the agenda. I'm happy to go to a couple of these and, you know,
Well, I'm on
be
the
a part of that.
Economic Development Committee.
Yeah,
I
you're
could
on
do
too.
that one if I wanted.
So Phil and Leo. That leaves Newmarket Business Association and Budget Committee. I'm happy to, I guess, reach out to Ellen, right?
Who's president of the NBA right now?
I'm not sure.
Do you guys know? Is it Rob Bowles? I think it might be Rob Bowles.
Anyone?
I can reach out to Rob.
Could always put something on Bruce and Chris.
Yeah. Put Bruce's name on ours.
Al?
Yeah,
Al.
see?
Bruce and Al reaching out there.
Yeah. All right. So we just populated this table. We have three of them. We already have conceivable dates. Kevin's going to figure out the senior citizens and the Newmarket employees. I'm going to figure out the budget committee. Tony's going to figure out the school board. Phil's going to figure out Newmarket Business Association and Economic Development Committee with Leo. And then Leo is also going to figure out NCDC. Tony's going to figure out PTA. And John will be presenting to the Moody Point on January 13th.
Right.
Which leads us to a meeting date. January 6th, which is a Monday. It's back on our meeting schedules.
Yeah. So the 13th, we were saying, is the
Is the,
budget.
yeah, and it's also when John wants to present to Moody Point.
No,
He's doing 2/13.
Oh,
February 13th to Moody Point.
oh, sorry about that. I thought it was January.
I'm gone in January.
Okay, so
I'll
John
have to
won't
get
be
up to
here.
speed
All right,
when I get
that's all right.
back.
So, we are going to want to meet on January 6th at 7 PM.
Right back at it.
If we can get everything done that date, we shouldn't have to meet again. We should just be out, we should figure out where we approve the documents, approve outreach documents, and assign visits or whatever. Right?
Yep.
Assignments or visits. Some of them have already kind of come together.
So we basically have 2 weeks to create these documents.
Yep. It's really one document,
Right.
unless you're doing a PowerPoint as well.
Yeah, like a PowerPoint, the PowerPoint
Yeah,
is built
it's just a
up.
written document in a PowerPoint. All right. We don't need a vote on to set a meeting, we can just do that. You've adopted warrant Article 6, you've noted all the changes and everything?
Mhm.
I don't have anything else for the agenda.
Move to adjourn?
Second?
Any discussion? Or is there discussion on that? We can't really discuss it, right? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank
I
you.
didn't hear the motion.